Hello, good morning, good evening. How is everyone? Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, parents, family members, friends, supporters, kids. Thank you so much. So excited to have you with us today. And there's something very special about this time of year. Fall, with the change of season, regardless where we are, right, in the world, but there's some change that's happening in nature around us. There's a certain crispness in the air outside. Sunlight and sunshine feels more special, and there's a particular vibe, even just within and outside, between community, friends. So to me, this time of season or this time of the year is synonymous in celebrating that female energy, that female Shakti, all that which is strong, all that which is delicate, all that which is evolved. And really, this energy is not limited to gender. It's not a male quality or a female quality. It is simply that quality of valor, knowledge, or Shakti. So I am feeling that Shakti very vibrantly all around me, and fortunately also within me. And today it's resonating even brighter, even louder, thanks to my beautiful companions and my absolutely exquisite panel that I have on the event with me. And I feel very privileged, very honored today to actually welcome my partners in crime, my comrades, and my fellow mom bloggers. So welcome, ladies. And on that note, to officially get us started and to kick things off here, I'm going to invite my very dear friend and the force literally behind this entire event, Miss Shivali Dixit Saxena. Hello, Shivali.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Hi, Naviksha.
You look so beautiful, my lovely friend.
You look lovely yourself.
Not a semblance of your inner beauty, but you look amazing. So, girlfriend, you and I have known each other less than a year now. But very fortunately, I feel I've got this amazing, strong bond with you, Shivali. And it has large part, it has to do with the person who you are. And I could spend a dedicated session, Shivali, speaking about your ability to give, your ability to support, your ability to just be there with people, for people, without actually making them aware of it. Right? So, as I said, we leave that topic of conversation for another day.
That's really sweet of you. Very sweet of you to say.
Today, I'd like to hear from you, Shivali. What was your inspiration in partnering with me and putting this event together? And also maybe for our new members and guests today, maybe just a little about your background and then your inspiration, behind configuring the event.
Well, to begin with, my background and all details, I'll keep it, as you said, for a later date sometime. I have already appeared once on the OIL page, and it's such a pleasure to be here again. I would rather make this day very my special celebrity mom bloggers who are here with me. And before I take you through my mom bloggers, the guest tonight, I would like to give the people who have recently joined the OIL family, who've recently become followers of this page, a little brief about Naviksha and OIL. I hope you're okay and comfortable with it, Naviksha. It's a surprise. I didn't tell you this.
I'm I'm never being used to been on the spot before. Go ahead, Shivali, bring it on.
No, I remember last conversation you had, and you said that I'm tongue-tied when it comes to me, when it comes to describing about myself. So I thought, let me take this opportunity here to tell all the new joiners, people who have recently joined OIL, and let me give you a brief about how OIL started. So it was actually a counter response that she gave to her kids when she asked them that why watch the online things, why get stuck to the gadgets, why not discover their own passion? And the question came back to her that, okay, what about your passions? So Naviksha, who's on an inward journey, she started to explore her passion of connecting with people, connecting with them at a spiritual, what I get to know. And during this journey, you would see that she actually has grown last couple of years. If I'm not wrong, it was July 2018 when you first started this OYL, which is about organize your life. And her growth in last 2 years has been pretty organic. So anybody who comes to her chat show, uh, whether a commoner, whether a person who is an entrepreneur, whether a warm blogger or a celebrity, a social activist, everybody is treated like a celebrity. So this is what I think is the best thing about OYL. And what makes OYL what it is today is celebrating the divinity within and around. And that is what brought me to connect with these lovely women, lovely souls that I know. And I would now take you through without further ado. Let me, with a drum roll, okay? I want to take you through each one of these mothers who are there here with me, the mom bloggers. These girls that you're going to meet tonight, ladies and gentlemen, are no ordinary women. Each one of them is an extraordinary soul. Each one of them my very personal friend too. The first person who's coming today, is a mother to a 7-year-old, an NCC cadet during her college time. She started writing as a teenager. Today, she's a celebrated mom blogger who supports women empowerment through her Facebook page, The Voice of Women. Please welcome Tabassum.
Hello, OYL family. I am so glad to be here. Thank you so much. I'm so thrilled. So I have been waiting for this day to be here, and I'm really excited. I'm going to share my writing journey with you all. So please stay glued to your screens and wait to hear my story.
Thank you, Tabassum. The next mother that you're going to meet comes across as a very shy person who will smitten you by her charming smile, though. She's an extremely powerful writer. More than that, she's a very, very strong woman. And they call her Sunu Baben. Hi, Sunu.
Hi, Shivali. It's a great pleasure for me to be in the OIL platform. Along with Naviksha, I have seen her in the OIL video. She's a woman full of positivity. And to be with Shivali, it's my cheerful friend. And I will be looking forward to share my journey from mom to a mom's blogger.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sunu. The proud mother of two beautiful girls, our next guest tonight is a fighter. Never give up is the motto of her life. She sings, she writes, she ignites inspiration to the life she touches. That for me is Ritu Deepak.
Hi, Shivali. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. Hello, Naviksha, Sunu, Babita ji, and Tabassum. We sure are going to have a great time today. And all love and all the best to all the OYL family members. We are really looking forward to have a great interaction tonight.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to these stories and the songs. Okay. The next person, she's a poetess at heart, but when she writes, she creates magic. And I think it's because she effortlessly connects with the universal mind. Please welcome Ms. Babita Kejriwal.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here, elated and honored. Hi, to be part of OYL and to be with the Naviksha and lovely Shivali. And I'll share my journey with you all and we'll have a lovely time.
You.
I'm so honored.
Over to you, Naviksha. All my girls are there for you.
Thank you, my charming, lovely, loving friend Shivali. And I feel so humbled. I just feel so happy. I feel very grateful. I feel very uplifted. So thank you for coming to my humble little, session here and allowing you and to know your journeys more up close, personal. So, Babita ji, I've admired your work on Momspresso, amongst other platforms, even before, I maybe met Shivali one-on-one. So you have been an inspiration for me, and I know that dear Miss Babita, आप लिखती हैं बहुत सुंदर कविता. Your stories, your stories are very powerful, and a lot of them reflect your own life and journey and experiences as well. I remember an article where आपकी वेल भी थी, and glamorous beauty. Momspresso पे there's an article which I maybe as your admirer, I can go and find that in your file. So there was a picture of you as a bride on it as well. So you've had a very long impression on me. So today I'd love to hear your story in your own words, Babita ji. Please share with us your journey through life and your journey as a blogger.
So I started writing in a very strange way. So 35 years ago when I was in college, so a friend of mine started writing poetry and her poems got published. So I thought if she can write, why can't I? And that is the way I started writing. And then my poems got published in magazines. My articles were published in Hindustan Times. And then I was just a regular writer. Once in a while I would write. But when I joined Momspresso last February, since then I've been like crazy. I write every day, then I joined other platforms, and here I am.
What are your major themes, in your writings? What are you most compelled by yourself to bring out through your work?
I love to write about nature, like especially the moon and the stars literally do something to me. Nature really attracts me, but otherwise I write about every topic under the sun. It could be love, it could be marriage, it could be friendship, like every topic I write on. I connect with every topic.
Lovely. Have you been an avid reader yourself, and have those readings influenced your thinking, your writing at all?
I was called the bookworm of the house. So since I was a small girl, I used to read Enid Blyton. So I read about 300 of them. And then it went up to Nancy Drew and this and that, and then Mills and Boone, and then it carried on. I've always been a reader, so I always had tons of books, and definitely reading does affect the writing, the vocabulary. But I think right now the other bloggers' work has really inspired me and made me a better writer.
That is so beautiful. So we grow by virtue of having each other in our lives. They're our strength, literally, isn't it? That's what woman power stands for. Together we grow, we flourish, we evolve so much better than we would have done just trying to sort of, chart our own path and do it on our own.
Absolutely.
So what have been some of your unique strengths, and would you say your biggest cheerleaders and supporters through your journey?
I think I am my own biggest inspiration.
I love that. I love that.
Because I believe कि जोदी कोई डाक ना शोने एकला चलो रे.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Because at times, you keep looking up to other people to appreciate your work, or, tell you, wow, you've done well. So I feel that, at times you don't get that. So it's best to be your own inspiration. And of course, I feel that being connected to God when I write, something comes out very differently. So I remember 10-15 years ago, when I was in Art of Living, I was told to write a poem on Guruji for the magazine. And, just nothing came out. So when I asked my teacher, okay, what do I do? She said, you connect with Guruji and you write. So then a beautiful poem came up. And then it got published in the magazine.
Lovely. So that's actually, truly said, that's our own connection with our own self.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So, you bring up a very, very poignant point, I think, that many a times in life when we are confounded, when we are so confused, there's much inner turmoil and chaos, and we flounder around outside trying to seek opinion or guidance, and, and it just confuses us even more, that process of trying to solicit opinion. But if we just unwire and disconnect, detach, and go inwards, I feel there's just such an amazing clarity that dawns. That's the experience maybe that you had and what you're trying to highlight here for us. That inner connection, right? Because God, nature, that beautiful divine power, it's all around and it is within too.
Yeah. So one thing really works for me is whenever I'm stuck somewhere, I just surrender to God. Ki God, I'm your child, now you handle it. So that thing
is
really works very well.
beautiful. So faith is one of your biggest strengths. What about challenges? Any hindrances, obstacles through your path?
Not really. I believe in
Beautiful.
miracles. I believe in miracles, that I can always create miracles whenever I want because God is with me. So I've experienced many miracles also. So I don't think there are any challenges as such.
All right. Okay, lovely. Any message you'd like to give, share with our viewers or other moms out there?
Yeah, like now, since it's the time of Navratri, I would say that we should all awaken our own goddess within, because we are full of Shakti ourselves. And then there's one very nice affirmation which I've learned lately: I can be what I will to be. So you can just choose what you want to be, and then you can say this affirmation. So that's a very powerful one.
That is amazing. I can choose to be whoever I wish to be. So I can be the sufferer or I can be the warrior. I can be that sad, lamenting, complaining person, or I can be that active doer and someone who has the will to move on with life and take life on. So that's beautifully said. Thank you, Babita ji, and we'll come back to you. We look forward to hearing more from you. Certainly.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'd love to welcome Miss Ritu on the screen now. Hello,
Hey.
Ritu.
Hello, darling.
Hello. So, love your writings as well, Ritu. There's a lot of soul and there's a lot of powerful thought in them as well.
Thank you.
So share with us your thought process and your journey getting to the point of blogger.
Naviksha, actually, see, I believe that every woman is a story in herself, right? We all go through so much in our lives that we can write a novella, stories, anything that we can dream about. The only thing that stops us is, our own shyness or our own constraint in whether I can write so well or I can't. So it's just a push that you need. And I got that push from a fellow blogger. She was very wonderful, and she said, why can't you utilize your time? You are such a good writer, you speak so well, so why can't you just go ahead and do something about it? And this is how my journey for blogging started. I have been writing and I have been doing work, but blogging journey, it's just started just few months back. So I give the credit to her only.
Beautiful. Now, do you think this sentiment that you share, that we have the talents, all the skills are already inherent within us, it's just our shyness or lack of willingness or any fear or whatever. Do you think this sentiment is true of any talent?
Of course.
Just writing, yeah.
Of course, anything. See, you rightly pointed out, it is mostly the fear of the unknown. You are not sure whether you'll be doing well, or you're more worried about the people's reactions. You're not worried about whether you're good or not. You're more worried about the people's reactions about it.
Yeah.
So once you get through that barrier, once you just forget everything and you just say, okay, fine, I'm going to do it. I don't care. So that is how your journey begins. That is how you take that first step. And then so there is no stopping you. Then there is no stopping.
Amazing. I just sense so much strength and so much enthusiasm right there. So where do most of your writing themes come from, Ritu?
Naviksha, honestly, it is about, the complexity of the human emotions. They intrigue me so much, how we keep on shifting our perspectives and our beliefs with the situations that we encounter. One day we are believing in one thing, and the other day we are believing in something else altogether. So this is that complexity of human emotion that really, it really makes me to write, to think, to ponder, to discuss anything. It can be a
You
very
bring
small
up
thing.
a very beautiful yet a very ironic point. And I am guilty of it myself, right? I notice this now on hindsight, and I try to be more aware as much as I can, that we judge people or we hold on to people or, call out on them for changing their mind or changing their opinion or
Absolutely.
changing their stance or
Yes.
nature or whatever. But I
Yes.
have changed too, so much and beyond my conscious knowledge or awareness. And we don't recognize that, but we are very
Absolutely.
immediate and instant to call that out in other people.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
And nature itself is changing and we're all a part of it. So, we're all on the ride.
Because the current testing times, now these corona times,
Yeah.
they have, showed a altogether different side of humanity, and we are so scared, we are so worried, we are so negative. I just spoke to Babita ji about it and she told me, whatever you think, you become. So stop thinking anything negative. So this is what the message should be. These times have to be dealt very positively, and we have to use those things in our writings. We have to empower ourselves to be more positive so that our kids are more positive. It's not only about us, it's about our future generations too.
And it works, right? That tendency or quality of whatever you look at in life, that will grow for you.
Of
So
course,
if you keep focusing on anxiety, fear, that's what magnifies, right?
yes, absolutely.
Ah, lovely. So Ritu, have you experienced any challenges through your journey as a writer, especially? I'm sure life is full of challenges all the time.
Of course, I have. I always say that God has chosen me to to just throw challenges, and He always asks me, okay, fine, are you happy now? I'll give you one more challenge now. Now are you happy now? So it's a challenge altogether. But about my blogging journey, as of now, it's just some few comments or some jibes that are thrown when you write something which is not suitable for their own mindset. If you I wrote a story about how my girlfriend made me fall in love with my wife again. So that title itself was so, scandalous for so many people.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. So, people have their own opinions and I respect their opinions. But sometimes you need to write, sometimes you need to show a side to a story that you believe is right or wrong. Nothing is right or wrong. There is no black or white. Everything has to, be dealt in a gray area also. So this is what my writings are more about.
And there's a process of growth here as well, right? Personal
Naviksha, we can't hear you. I think the voice you need to check one more time.
I
No,
lost
we
your
can't
voice,
hear you.
Naviksha.
Can't hear you, Naviksha. We'll let you know when we are able to hear you.
Yeah. No, we lost your voice.
Not a word. Okay, no problem. So while Naviksha is trying to connect her voice, Rituji, is there anything else that you wish to talk about your readers or your experience?
Shivali, I just want the ladies and the women at home who are struggling with their own sanity and, struggling with a lot on their plate to just, give a platform to what they feel about, They should come up more and they should write. Either it is a poem or a quote or a story. They can, I think everyone has a talent. Everyone is creative. So I encourage all the women to just come forward and do something about it.
That's a beautiful thought, Ritu. Beautiful thought. While Naviksha is trying to connect, and we are still waiting that she comes back to us. Can we quickly have Babita ji ready with her song? If she is, maybe we can entertain our viewers, and till the time we will have the thing back.
Okay. So should I begin?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. सुहाना सफर और ये मौसम हंसी, हमें डर है हम खो न जाए कहीं। सुहाना सफर और ये मौसम हंसी, वो आसमां झुक रहा है ज़मीं पर, ये मिलन हमने देखा यहीं पर। मेरी दुनिया मेरे सपने मिलेंगे शायद यहीं। सुहाना सफर और ये मौसम हंसी, सुहाना सफर और ये मौसम हंसी, हमें डर है हम खो न जाए कहीं। सुहाना सफर और ये मौसम हंसी, सुहाना
Beautiful.
सफर और ये मौसम हंसी।
Thank you so much, Babita ji. It was beautiful. You sing so
Beautiful.
good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It was super beautiful indeed, and I hope on that note I'm back now, ladies. Am I?
But we
Oh,
can't see. We
glad.
can't see you.
Right,
You're
yeah.
still invisible.
And yeah, I know some magic, so now you should be able to
Yep.
see me too.
Now we can see.
And you know, I just got a comment from Tamanna ji that Shivali, that was beautifully picked up. So thank you so much for jumping in like that, Babita ji and Shivali. Thank you. And I loved hearing your journey and your experiences, Ritu. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for that.
Thank
And
you.
would
My
love to
pleasure.
welcome our charming and pretty Sunu on screen now. Welcome, lady.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Love your smile, Sunu. You look so calm, so composed. And as I said to you earlier, the background behind you is extremely charming as well.
Thank you so much.
But something tells me that, you know, behind this very dainty and very calm face, there lies within a very strong soul, and maybe a soul with a lot of experience as well through life.
Yeah.
So would love to
Yeah.
hear your story, Sunu.
Okay. Well, I was raised in North and married in South. What happened is that the culture different. We can all understand. We being women, we can all understand that. So the culture different, the taste difference, everything, and being the pampered daughter, everything made me to be a victim of depression. So what happened is that I used to, at that time, my friend of mine introduced me to Joyce Meyer, and I heard a sentence from her like this: you can make your life a throne or a thorn. It's your choice.
Wow.
So this particular sentence which I heard, it really transformed my perspective. So before that, what I used to do that, I used to change everybody. So this sentence made me to focus that instead of changing others, it's best that I change myself and transform myself to a throne and not to a thorn. So from that moment onwards, I decided that if one sentence can transform my life, my perspective, and convert me from a negative, depressed victim to an overcomer, I'm going to definitely inspire and enlighten the journey of womanhood by sharing my life through my blogs.
That's amazing. Extremely uplifting and inspiring, Sunu. That was beautiful. Lovely.
Thank you.
So, but then did you always have an inclination towards writing as a young person?
I used to write when I was in 10th and 12th. After that, everything I just left off. Then studies and all sorts of things. But when I went to a depression state and when I came out from that particular sentence I shared with you, you can change your life a thorn or a throne. If that letters, that words can transform my perspective, if I use my talents to write and inspire the womanhood to come out from depression, I'm going to start a journey as a writer. And that's how I started blogging.
My salutations to you, lady. You are the spirit of a warrior. And you know, there's one other facet that you compel me to think about, that especially we've all seen low phases, or most of us unfortunately have. We've all gone through our lows in life. But you know what you shared there, that thought can be such a game changer, that when we are going through the process, right? If we choose to spend all our energy and focus all our attention just on the problems and on the fact that we are not feeling good and things are not working out, well, if I don't change, then you know, shit changes. If I don't do nothing, then nothing happens. So it is a choice. And as Babita ji also pointed out, that how I take my life on, life is what it is, but how I deal with it and how I relate with it, that is a choice which I do have. You know, so thank you for just enlivening that concept and bringing it to life and giving it a name and giving it an identity through your own personal experiences, Sunu. So what themes are the most resonant ones in your writings today? What are your strongest, most favorite themes?
I write on especially about mental awareness, mental health, wellness, especially to inspire and enlighten the women who are, who don't know how to live in a positive manner. So all my blog, everything is based on my practical experiences. Whatever I have suffered and how I came out, that is the only thing which I write in my blog. My blog is very, practical. It's full of positivity, inspiring, because I know, being a victim of depression, I know that how much one small word can ignite a bread soul. I can understand that. So my blog always focus just to ignite a woman who has lost everything, every hope. So my blog mainly consists of mental well-being, marriage, parenting, moral values, and and the most thing is that intimacy with God. That's the thing, and that's the strength, and that's the core of my inspiration, intimacy with God. And I prefer to be on mountain tops. I prefer my life when I am with my God. I say it is a mountain top. Nobody is there. Go to the mountain top. God will revive us, and with that positivity, we can influence the world. That's what I believe.
You know, you may have no idea, Sunu, how many people out there need to hear your words and need to know about your story and need to know you as a real life example of someone who turned their life and their situation and their mental energy around, right? And so beautifully. So my friend, I think you should write a book someday. You already are an inspiration, but maybe you just formally document your life and your experiences, and you know, maybe that will serve as uplifting so many more. So thank you for your bright and cheerful self, Sunu. Any message?
Sure.
You've already conveyed a very, very powerful message to your readers and to everyone out there. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with them, or maybe your own aspirations? You know, what does your roadmap look like, or where do you want to fly to next?
Okay, I will share the message which I have.
Lovely.
See, these are the months of celebration. So let me never concise that word celebration within us and within our family. Let our life become a source of inspiration for the marginalized people who are ignored, rejected, looked down. So I want we people to celebrate, let that people celebrate their life through us. So let us never keep celebration within us. It's if we are doing that, it is selfishness. Let the other people also celebrate their life through us. And that's my greatest message, which I would like to give to my viewers. Let me never confine the word celebration to us. It's not fair.
And that message is vibrating through every cell in you right now, Sunu. Thank you. I feel so privileged to have such richness of thought and such richness of heart here today with me. And what you said there is just, it's so valid, and it is just so stark as well, that we tend to confine our celebration, tradition, divinity within regimented or structured forms and names or events. You know, a special occasion, a special festival, a special idol, deity, messiah, whoever, right? So we tend to sort of conform our imagination of celebration and divinity to those concepts. Yet at times I feel quite hypocritically, as a society, as community, we talk about divinity in people, divinity all around us. But when it comes to real life, one-on-one interactions and relationships, you know, we are the first ones, myself included, to lose absolute grasp of that concept and not live it in any way, shape, or form. So your message has invoked and reinstated and inspired me to, you know, to always be aware and always be grateful for the divinity and positivity in people around and in life every day, not just restricted to special days or special events. You know, and as women, I hope the way we have done today, and you know, so many women out there are creating positive stories and examples. I really hope and you know, pray that as women we learn to partner, we learn to support each other more and more, and not just women, even beyond man, woman, just as humanity. We partner better, we're more supportive, we're more compassionate, we're more accepting, and we learn to recognize the divinity within, that each one is divine, and despite all our shortcomings and imperfections, we are perfect, we are imperfectly perfect, and we're all truly one of a kind. And that uniqueness is worthy of celebration just in itself.
Yes,
Thank you.
of
You
course.
brought home a very powerful message for me, Sonu. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Lovely. And last but not the least, my very powerful and very enthralling writer in the group today as well, Tabassum.
Hello, Naviksha. How are you?
I'm doing good, lady, and happier to see you today and chat with you. So
Thank you
share a
so
piece
much.
of your soul and your story with us, please, Tabassum.
I would love to. Before that, I would like to congratulate you for, you know, doing a commendable job that you are doing through OYL. I've been following you and I'm a great fan. It's such a privilege to be here today and share my story.
Thank
So
you,
thank
Tabassum.
you.
And I learn to be such a supporter of other women as you are. Thank you.
Thank you. So my story as a writer began when I was 15. As a teen, I started writing about love, like all other teens would, and it was a small piece, and I was not very sure, you know, how it was. And one day when I wrote a story, I shared it with one of my friends. Those were the days when we used to send letters. So I sent a letter to my friend, and by mistake, the letter reached her father. The father read the story, and he came to my friend, and he was like, "Who's this friend of yours? She's written a story." So she was like, "This girl is from Amritsar and she writes." And uncle was so excited. He said, "I want to speak to her." And he loved my story. He said, at such a tender age, what an understanding. And you know, she she understands relationship and the depth in them. So he told my friend to encourage me to keep writing. So that was the first time when I wrote, and I felt that I can write, and I continued uh, then on.
Lovely. And I see that in your writings, you always have a very positive and a very powerful message that serves as inspiration. Your themes are strong, they're well defined. Now, did your challenges in life at all contribute to your mindset or what you want to convey through your writings?
Of course, they did. all my stories, I feel, are a part of me, or the experiences that I had, or my friends had, or the people I meet. I feel every living being is a story in him or herself. So when you meet people, and if you have patience, you be a writer, it is very important to have patience and have a listening ear. So if you listen to people, you would see there are n number of stories, and you will never run out of stories if you actually listen to people. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to be patient. I've been trying to listen to people and learn more and more and get more and more stories from them.
Really, this process I feel is so personal. You know, anytime you pick up a passion or a talent in life, and even despite the fact that it might be interactive, something as writing, because you're writing for an audience out there, or, you know, or blogging or painting or whatever it is, right? So seemingly it might be interactive, or it might be, you know, designed towards an audience, but very organically and honestly speaking, it's about our own learnings and our own journey and our own evolution and our own fine tuning. Lovely, lovely. Tabassum, what message would you have for other women, other people basically out there?
The message. See, what I do, I would like to pass it on to everybody. I do not like to give up. So I would say never ever give up, especially on your dreams. Never ever give up. I don't care if I'm a mother. I don't care how many chores I have pending. First thing I have to do is sit down and write, even if I have to, you know, probably postpone a meal. It's okay, absolutely fine. But I cannot survive without writing 2 or 3 sentences a day, you know. So never ever give up on your dreams. One day your dreams will definitely come true.
You know, needed to hear that, needed to have that reinforced for me, and I'm sure for so many others as well, that before other people tell us that we can't, or before other people give up on us, mostly in life, it's us giving up on ourselves.
That's
It's
right.
us telling us that, listen, hey, you can't do it. Okay, this is not for you. You just back off. You chill. Okay, you go and do whatever you're meant to do. You take care of your home. You take care of your work. You know, your kids, your responsibility, all that, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And it's amazing. The more you sort of have that will, and the more you start implementing those passions and those desires, I think nature designs herself accordingly as well. She picks up on that vibe from us.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Lovely, lovely. So to make this a true celebration, we've all touched upon the theme that this is a very special time of year, and nature is also rejoicing and celebrating. And I realize, and thanks to Shivali as well for sort of highlighting this diversity. We have such a diverse, you know, forum of members today in our session. We have you, Tabassum, who's from the north of India. We have Babita ji, who's from West Bengal, which is the east. Ritu is from the west, and Sunu, you are from the south. And since all of you are poets, writers, singers as well, could we please request you to, excuse me, regale us and entertain us and brighten our, you know, time with either a creation of yourself that you read for us, or maybe some number, some folk song, or whatever song that you wouldn't mind humming along. Can I turn to you, Tabassum, with a request? We'd love to either hear you sing or read a personal work of your own.
I would like to read one of my stories. It is, before I read my story, I would love to tell you the background. It is about 2 friends who were parted by partition in 1947. So the title of my story is Friends Beyond the Walls. Friends Beyond the Walls. Nand Kishore and Ali's bond of friendship was beyond the walls. Before the call of Azan and Gurbani, they rose up to play. Those were the days. Told old Nand Kishore, wiping the dust off the framed photograph. We sat on the moss-covered walls and planned to fly kites. We stole mangoes from the orchard, swam in the river, rode bicycles, and rested on the trampled dry grass. Nankachor only remembered Ali, his childhood friend, who now was in Pakistan. Ding dong! Nankachor saw Ali through cataract blurred vision and enveloped him in his tight embrace. The walls of hatred could not deter the childhood friends.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful. Loved all your detailing, all the elements that you defined with so much clarity. And of course, that overwhelming surge of emotion, the human emotion. Thank you so much, Tabassum.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, my lady friend Sinu, can we make a request of you as well, please?
Okay, I'm going to say a story. It's now and never. It's an adjuration for the womanhood. This I wrote from my practical experiences. Now compliment your spouse. Never let ego pull it back. Now encourage your child. Never let comparison ruin his existence. Now use your opportunity. Never let adversity make you a loser. Now ignore negativity. Never let it make you to quit life. Now use kind gestures. Never let you fail to ignite a red soul. Now be a good Samaritan. Never let you miss God's favor. Now live life to the best. Never forget to use willpower as a dynamite.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was so powerful. Thank you for reminding us of the power of the now, because most times we're all too consumed just procrastinating and pushing off things. So thank you for awakening us to the power of the now and for rekindling all that which is good and positive in us. Thank you, Sinu. Ritu, my lovely friend. Yes, you're up, lady. Would love to hear from you.
Can I sing a song? Because that is a ghazal, which is very close to my heart. And I would like to sing a
please.
आज जाने की जिद ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, यूं ही पहलों में बैठे रहो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, हाय मर जाएंगे हम तो लुट जाएंगे, ऐसी बातें किया ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, वक्त की कैद में जिंदगी है मगर चंद घड़ियां यही है जो आजाद है, चंद घड़ियां यही है जो आजाद है, इनको खो कर मेरी जाने जा, उम्र भर ना तरसते रहो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो.
बहुत 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 सुंदर. And let's share with our audiences that maybe at some point they might have seen you and heard you sing on the very popular show Antakshri as well, right, Ritu?
Long time back, yeah.
Yeah, and did you end up winning or going into the semis?
No, we won. We were Afsane.
Lovely, 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 lovely. Woman of many talents.
Oh,
Thank you so
thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you. And Babita ji, that was very beautifully and very sweetly sung. Would you like to sing us something else or read us a piece of your work today as well?
I'll just sing a line of Om Namo Narayana.
Please.
Om Namo Narayana. 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 Om Namo Narayana.
That was supremely sweet, and the sweetness is magnified by your own sweetness and your own charm and that lovely smile of yours. Give me such
Thank
vibrations
you.
over here. Beautiful. Thank you, Babita ji.
Thank you so much.
And now it's time for me to turn the spotlight on my beautiful friend who's trying to avert all attention all along. Miss Shivali, let's bring you on camera now.
Yay!
Shivali,
Hi,
and I would really request you,
trying to avoid
Shivali. So we all celebrate this month. So I want to share with our viewers that one other reason that this is such a festive and full of celebration month, one other reason to it is because it's also Shivali's birthday month.
Yay!
That contributes to the festivities as well.
Thank you.
So Shivali, please share
Thank you
with
so
us,
much.
Shivali,
It's such
your
a
story.
wonderful.
Shivali, share with us
my
your
story is
story.
here in front of.
In putting this
Can
event
you hear
together, I
me?
want to
Am I
hear from
audible
you.
to everybody?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
slight lag, I
Okay,
think.
can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah,
There might
that's
be a
why I want
slight
to
lag.
avoid my story today. I have a bad network, but today it is not about me. Today it is about these wonderful girls who are here. So I love you all, and please keep shining the way that you are. Stay positive. Keep spreading your positivity everywhere that you go. For my stories, we will catch up some other time. I have a very, very bad network today, so I don't want it to be a bad experience for the viewers.
So we'll get on your calendar then soon enough, Shivali. Thank you so much, my dear friend. And thank you, our fantastic panel. And may you continue writing, and may you continue inspiring, and may you continue living your dreams, passions, all your ambitions even. It's okay to be ambitious. And may you give yourself wings that take you higher and higher, not just in the external world, but also within you. Thank you so much. And I feel fully charged to be surrounded and to share my own journey with women who are as compassionate, as giving, as strong, as badass, as amazing as all of you. So
Thank
here's
you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so
Have a
much for having
wonderful
us.
holiday session. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
festivity around you.
Yeah,
Everyone.
happy festivities. Happy festivities to all. Stay safe and indoors. Do not go overboard with your celebrations. It's still risky. So please take care of your loved ones.
That was very aptly said. And folks, as you celebrate the Devi all around you, remember to awaken that internal diva that's right here within you. So keep shining. Until next time. See you later. Thank you, folks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you,
Bye.
lovely
Thank you.
ladies.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.